Hello everyone, it's Kevin here from Made at 94. This is a little bit different, this video, because the person who I'm interviewing isn't here, and also we're going to structure it slightly differently. So here's what's going to happen. This is all about what you guys could be doing for your skincare whilst on lockdown or in general, but you can't get to the salon. But what can you do in terms of keeping your skin fresh and also preparing it for when your wedding may be. So I've got 3 questions for Aileen from the Vintage Beauty Box, and I'm going to say the questions and Aileen is kindly going to answer them in a great way, and then you will find out all the secrets. So it's Aileen from Vintage Beauty Box. Here we go. So question 1 is, what's the kind of first things you can be doing whilst at home for your skin?
So it's a really good time to look to amp up your skincare routine. We've all got a little bit more time on our hands. We're not having to get up maybe super early or as early as we normally would. So we've got a little bit more time in the morning, but we've also got a little bit more time in the evening. So instead of just sitting binge watching your Netflix shows, just go to bed like maybe 5-10 minutes earlier. Give yourself that chance to prep your skin for nighttime. I guess the biggest thing for me when we have this more time is to start a proper cleanse routine. So one of the biggest no-nos in skincare is using the skincare wipes that you see on the market. They're not great for the planet. They create unnecessary waste, and 2, they're really not good for your skin either. When it comes to your skin with these wipes, what can happen is that it dries them out, and we're living a more indoor lifestyle at the moment, which means that our skin is already slightly more dehydrated, which then in turn causes an even drier skin, so fine lines and wrinkles become more noticeable. Your skin can feel a bit more textural to the touch, and it just isn't, as glowy as it could be with it. First off, drop those wipes. If you love a wipe and you're really struggling to get away from it, you can buy something like our it's a magic mitt from Jane Iredale, or you can get something called the cleanse off mitt. You literally just pop this under water, no cleansers or anything like that that's needed, and then you just wipe over as your initial cleanse and then follow with your regular cleanser. It's a really good time to introduce that double cleanse aspect because there is more time with it. So you can use this as your initial first cleanse, and then cleanse with your cleansing lotions, your cleansing milks, your cleansing gels, and whatever it is you're using as normal afterwards. Pop that on. Or alternatively, you can look at more your specific balm cleansers or oil-based cleansers, which are really good for cutting through oil on the surface of the skin, removing all the dirt and debris. And then your secondary cleanse, which is your regular cleanser, then allows that just to make sure that the pores are really nice and clear, and that all the products that go on afterwards are going to actually penetrate into the skin. So one of the ones that I personally use, which I love, it's called The Ordinary, and it's the squalene cleanser. So the Ordinary Squalene Cleanser, it's oil free, so for people who've got oilier skin, they maybe prefer this. It goes on, it's like it comes out as a white, and it goes on, and it feels like it's a balm, like you really need to massage it into the skin, and then you add water to it, and it emulsifies and just removes all your makeup from the day, any dirt, debris, sweat from workouts, things like that. We're all spending a little bit more time maybe doing some self-care with it. And then I just follow that with my regular cleanser, which at the moment I'm using is just the Environ Cleansing Milk. I've got the professional size here at the moment, simply because I ran out of my own one and I'm out of stock. So I'm using my salon stock at the moment. So just using a cleansing milk as my secondary cleanse. So your ordinary one, it comes in just under £10. For 50 mils. You don't need a lot of it, it's a tiny amount. A little does go a very long way with it, and you want to make sure you're taking it down onto the neck and really massaging it in around the nose area. You can take it over the eyes as well. I find that it doesn't irritate mine, so it's fine to use there. And then you just wash your face with warm water, not too hot, not too cold, just to remove that, and then follow on with your next cleanser. So that's probably the most affordable price point one. There are other ones that you can get there. The other one that I would use if I had the stock is the Environ cleanser. It's their Environ pre-cleanse oil. So it is an oil base. Use it in the same way onto dry skin, massage in, and then wash off with warm water, and then follow with your secondary cleanse. It comes in at about £19 to £20, depending on where you get it from. And then if you want a little bit of a pampering and budget's not an issue, there is one by Drunk Elephant, and it's called Slay Makeup Melting Butter Cleanser. And it literally is just this buttery texture that just melts everything on your skin. A little bit of a higher price point though, as with Drunk Elephant, normally it does come in at about £29 to £30. They would be my sort of top sort of like different price points for your pre-cleanser. Remember, it is a cleanser. You don't want to spend all your money on cleansers. As long as it does the job, it is going down the sink after all. You know, any of those would work for it, definitely. And just take that time to add that into your routine in the evening. It's the perfect way to just amp up what we're doing at home. So drop the wipes and add in a pre-cleanser, or do a double cleanse, if you will.
Okay, then question 2. You can't get to the salon, but you do fancy something to pamper yourself with, a facial. What is there out there that you do not need to go to a salon for?
Yeah, so what can we do at home then to give ourselves a little bit more of a pamper? Give ourselves something that's similar to a facial. Obviously facials are, you know, they're important that you do go back for them, but because we can't get in to have our facials done, although I do have all my facial systems there, so I'm doing little facials on me at the moment. My skin's loving lockdown. Because you guys can't get in to see us, things that you could really introduce is setting up, you know, maybe take one night a week where it's just going to be a bit of a pamper session, because a lot of my clients come to me for a facial, one, because they've got concerns, but two, it also gives them that break, that time away. So switch the phones off, make sure, you know, the kids are in bed and that they're not going to get up at any point if that's at all possible. My sister tells me that that's a little bit of a hit or a miss sometimes though. And, you know, create a little bit more of a relaxing feel. If you think about when you go into a beauty salon or you go in for a facial somewhere at your skin clinics and things like that, yes, it is clinical, but it's also quite relaxing. So they've normally got like candlelight or dimmed lighting, or they've got things like maybe different scents in it, and they've got some relaxing music on it. Now, I'm not saying you need to download your real songs just yet, but find something that you can chill out to, something that relaxes you, and just create a little zen space for yourself with it. And then you want to just basically run through your normal skin routine, adding in those the pre-cleanse option there for it. So do your double cleanse, use your pre-cleanser, then your cleanser. Once your skin's nice and clean, then it's always a really good idea to add in your toner, so that, you know, your pores are ready to absorb something that I think will make it as much like a salon facial as possible, which is to add in a mask. Give yourself that time to do a mask. Have somewhere where you can sit and relax, with your, you know, your eyes closed, or in lighting that you can read a book, that you can take that 20 minutes and allow a mask to work. There's loads out there, and everyone will have their favourite ones. I know some people who swear by like Garnier ones. I prefer to go for slightly more professional brands, things that, you know, are either specifically from a professional skincare company, or you know, try out. This is the perfect opportunity to try out things that you've maybe not tried before. You want to do this at least once a week. If you can do it twice a week, you've got the time for that. If you've got the ability to lie and have chill time twice a week for yourself, it's great. We always promote self-care Sundays, so every Sunday that's our day for us doing our masks and having a bit of a pamper. You know, you do your nails, you do your pedicures, everything like that. So to make it a bit more relaxing, have a think about what your main concern is with your skin before you choose a mask. Masks will come in different price points depending on what their active ingredients are. The more active a mask, the more expensive it's going to be, because generally the more active it is, the more ingredients that are actually going to give you some results later on. The masks are not normally an initial, like you take it off and you're 10 years younger type thing. It does take time, but the more active the ingredients, the better that mask is going to be. And that's why for people who are concerned with aging, I wouldn't go past the Environ Focus Care Youth Plus Tri Botanical Revival Mask, also known as the facelift in a bottle. It is pricier. It does come in at about £54 to £55. It's professional only, so you won't be able to buy this online. You would need to actually have a consultation in order to get it. But I know that a lot of Environ stockists are actually doing consultations online and then able to post out to you at the moment. So you just look up your local Environ stockist and see if they're able to help with it. It is pricier. It is a facelift in a bottle though. I personally have clients who use this who say that they couldn't go away from using it now. They do it twice a week and they leave it on for 20 minutes and they absolutely swear by it. Lines and wrinkles, they're noticing reductions in those from using this consistently. They're noticing that their skin just feels softer and smoother. It looks a little bit plumper, and that's because those active ingredients are all about promoting your skin to act younger. So that's why it is a little bit pricier. So anti-aging wise, wouldn't go past this myself, but there are loads of other brands out there, so give them a try and see what you think. For people who are concerned with breakouts, which I know I'm getting a lot of people asking me about this because they seem like their skin has taken a little bit of a almost like a backward step. They're finding that they're getting more breakouts and that they're getting a little bit more sort of blackheads coming on their skin, and that's just because of the change of environment that we're in at the moment. We're probably not eating as healthy. We're definitely probably not doing as much exercise as we should be doing. Everybody's having up and down days at the moment. We're so used to being able to go out and do what we want that, you know, when suddenly that freedom's taken away from you, you're like, and you can have a little bit of a slump, you can have a little bit of a down day, and stresses and things like that do show on the skin. So one thing that I would suggest is definitely looking at whether or not it's active breakouts in that they are pustules and that they need treated, or whether it's just that your skin feels a little bit more oily, or it's just feeling a little bit not quite its usual self, it's needing a bit of a pick-me-up. If it's just needing a pick-me-up, one of my favourite ones is the Environ Clay Mask. So with the Environ Clay Mask, it's great for an oily skin because it helps to absorb excess oils. You leave it on overnight, so on top of your moisturiser. So this is like not really a facial one, this is more a treatment one. Pop it on at your moisturiser, go to sleep in it. The kaolin, the clay that's in it, absorbs all the excess oils, so it helps with like blackheads, things like that. And it's great if your skin's needing a bit of a pick-me-up. If you're needing a little bit of hydration as well, you can leave this on as part of your facial treatment for 10 minutes. And the vitamin E in it helps to brighten the skin. It reduces any redness in the skin. So if you've got red angry spots, it will help to reduce that down. And it super hydrates as well within it. So it's a great one all-rounder really for that. That's your Environ Clay Mask. Comes in at around about your £34 mark. If you've got your really sort of active breakouts, not so much like just blackheads or anything, but really active breakouts, you really want to look at something that's got salicylic acid in it. Now, salicylic acid is a beta hydroxy acid, so it's particularly good at working on skin that is a little bit spottier. So there's two out there. There is your sort of more affordable one, which I don't actually have because I don't really get breakouts, so I don't have this one in. It's from The Ordinary. It's really, really, really good. It's their salicylic acid 2% mask. It comes in at around about your £10 mark. It helps to exfoliate the skin. It helps to brighten the skin. It helps to reduce breakouts because the salicylic acid acts as an antibacterial as well for it. So if you're an Environ girl, which I am, I tend to always go for Environ when it goes for active treatments. I look at the Focus Care Clarity Plus Sebu Clear Mask. The reason I would go for this one over the Ordinary one, if you price isn't an issue for you, is because as well as the beta hydroxy acid, which is the antibacterial one, it also contains lactic acid, which is super moisturizing. So for some clients, you know, they would prefer to not just have anything that's just going to dry up the spots, but also hydrate them as well. And that comes in at 40 for that, roughly speaking. Other masks that are out there as well. I've literally just found this company. I haven't tried them yet. So excited for my self-care Sunday to come up. It's Boo Boo, or so their Instagram handle is Believe in Boo Boo, and it's be unique, be yourself. They're sheet masks. Sheet masks are a great thing to add in to a wee treat for yourself. You know, once a week. You get to lie there for like 20 minutes and let the sheet mask do its job. So this is the one that I'm going to be trying out. It's called Soak Me Wet, and it's all about hydration, because if anything, my skin's always needing a bit more hydration. But they do have loads of other ones there. They've got sheet masks for your problematic skins. They've got sheet masks for skins that are maybe a little bit more environmentally damaged. So things like people who maybe are still having to travel to and from work because they're key workers, they're great for that as well. And they come in at around about £5 for a sheet mask, which I think is a great thing to do just to add in. And I did try it because why not? It is called Pucker Up, and it's a lip mask. So it's a sheet mask for your lips, and the idea is it helps to plump and hydrate the lips as well. So this is something I'm going to be trying at the weekend there as well on my self-care Sunday. But yeah, they're about £5 or £6, and they're made in Scotland, which is, well, they're made in Korea, but they're a Scottish company that created them. So they're great. So definitely when it comes to making yourself have that sort of facial experience at home during lockdown, you want to just make sure the lights are dim, that you've got your nice scented candles on, that you've got a bit of peace and quiet. You're either listening to a podcast or you've got some relaxing music on, and add that mask in. So you want to do your routine as normal. So pre-cleanse, cleanse, tone, pop that mask on, leave it on for about 20 minutes, and then finish off with your finishing serums, eye gels, moisturizer, things like that. And then just chill for the rest of the evening, or if you're doing it during the day, chill for the rest of the day, and your skin will just really thank you for it. Always do remember with your masks as well, take them down onto that neck area as well, because we don't want this face looking gorgeous but the neck looking wrinkly and old.
Aileen, thank you very much for that. Very insightful, full of information as always, and I hope we can do another video again. For all you out there who haven't seen our videos, it's all about education on preparing you guys for your wedding day. Everything from photography and the best questions you need to be asking for, how to find the best videographer, makeup tips, hair tips from the experts out there in the field, and much more. So subscribe to our page, like our Facebook pages, etc, etc. Anything on social media, search Made at 94 Wedding and you will find us.